guys, Vuxury here. In today's video, I'll be comparing the new GLS63 to the current GLS580 that is currently into Greenville. So yeah, we're gonna go over the cosmetic changes, the performance changes, and more. So without any more talking, let's get straight into it. Alrighty, so it's pretty obvious on which one is the 63 model and which one is the 580 plus model. So we're going to start off with the 580 plus model and compare it to the 63 model that is to the left. One thing that you may have noticed right away, the grille design is different. As you see, you have this kind of grille design, nothing crazy, but if you come over to the 63, it's like this kind of look. I don't know what they call it, so I'm just gonna say this kind of look. So overall, I'm not sure which one I like more. I like this one more as it looks more subtle. This one kind of looks kind of odd to me, and I'm not really a big fan of it, but it works, to be honest. Now, the next huge thing you might see is that this one sits slightly lower, but it's only slight, so you won't really notice it that much if you're driving next to a different GLS63. It sits slightly lower compared to the 580 plus. It's like not crazy at all, it's only slight. Another thing that I noticed obviously is the front bumper. Now these two are completely different. As you see, you have this kind of design, while this one, it's all body colored through here, except you have some vents right here, and then it kind of goes over like that, while this one has two vents still, but it's all blacked out through here, and the body colored part stops right here, and this whole bottom part is this black, material. Right here, it's all a little bit different. Now, since it's getting dark, I will turn on the lights on both of these cars, so let's get to that. Alrighty, so we are back now. So one thing that you can see right away, there's literally no difference in the headlights and turn signals on both of these vehicles. Neither one of these have fog lights, so there's no difference right there. As you can see, there's no difference. Both of these actually have mirror turn signals, which is a nice touch. Now, before we go into the rest, let's go over the rear lights too, of course, and then we'll go over more cosmetic stuff that is quite obvious on these vehicles. So right away, there's basically no difference between the rear turn signals, burst lights, and yeah, there's no difference pretty much. But now that we got that out of the way, we will leave these lights on, and let's go over more details that are different between these two vehicles. It appears that both of these may or may not have a panoramic sunroof. I cannot tell because it is dark on the game right now. So the door handles seem pretty much the same. One obvious difference that we can all see is that both of these have completely different wheels. These are the stock wheels on the 580 Plus edition. These are the stock wheels on the 63 edition. One thing that might be different, but I cannot tell, the brakes are kind of different. On these, they look slightly bigger with a red caliper, while these are just a typical gray caliper. Nothing crazy about that. Front bumper, of course, hangs a little bit lower on the 63 also. Coming back to the rear, there's a huge change between these two. So right away, this one has the kind of two oval exhaust, and the bumper kind of ends early. It kind of looks like a lower trim as it is a lower trim. Now, if you come over to this one actually hangs lower. It has a diffuser, and it has 4 exhausts, which you guys cannot see. So this has 4 exhausts and a diffuser. This one kind of just has the 2 exhausts and a very, very small diffuser, if you even want to call it that. You have some reflectors right there. This one also has reflectors. The shape pretty much is the same at this point. Nothing really crazy between these two. But now I'm going to drive the GLS580 first, and then we will hop into the 63. So let's get straight into the vehicle. One thing that you might notice right away, this actually has fake exhausts, which I didn't even catch on to at first. So these actually aren't the exhausts. The exhausts are under the vehicle, so There you go, you just got scammed out of Mercedes once again. This has fake exhaust. One thing that is different from the 63 is the startup, which you guys will hear once I actually do get back in that vehicle. So we're gonna rev up this model really quick. So that's how this model sounds. We're basically going to go to the other one right now and rev that real quick. Then I'll drive this model. Alrighty, now we're gonna start up the 63 model and rev that model up. One thing that you might hear right away is that the startup is a lot more mean on this one, as it actually has a V8 and not whatever motor that has, unless it still has a V8. I'm not sure. We're gonna rev this model. As you see, this has 4 real exhausts, so let's go ahead and rev it. This one actually shoots flames and it has burbles. One thing to note about the burbles, they will be quieter on the vehicle that comes to Greenville. I was told this by Sky, but I didn't want to wait for the fixed one to get added into the game for this review, so I just went ahead and went with this one. So now we are going to hop in the 580 plus model and we're going to drive it. I won't talk so you guys can hear it and see the top speed. The top speed of this vehicle is 149 miles per hour. You can pretty much round that up to 150. So you probably heard the sound difference, and it accelerates a lot slower than the 63. So now I'll go grab the 63 and do the exact same test. Now I will hop into the 63 model, let you guys hear it, and I will not talk until the speed test is done. As you see with this model, this actually has a higher top speed, coming in at 177 miles per hour. It also has a V8, so this is also a plus for this vehicle. The brakes are also really good, but there's not really a good reason to test the brakes, as they will be different when they come into the game. I think these brakes are forced to instant, so that's why I won't be testing the brakes. But yeah, y'all, that'll probably be it for this short review of both vehicles. Well, not really short, it's almost 10 minutes, but that will be it for this review of both vehicles. So if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, shout out to Sky and Cade for letting me use this vehicle for a video. And yeah, it's been Vuxury. I am out.